Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another update in my Shop My Stash Project Pan series. I do these about once a month, sometimes a little bit less frequently, but I try to keep them to being around once a month. And basically what it is, it's a Shop My Stash or my regular makeup basket where I pull and curate certain items from my collection to work on for that month. And the reason I call it a project pan is because it's really like a usage style project pan where basically I set a threshold of at least 5 uses for any product that I'm rolling into this project. So that just ensures that I'm not just rolling something in and then ignoring it once it's actually in my makeup bag, but that I'm using it. And luckily we used everything at least 5 times this month. If I don't use it 5 times, I just keep it in for the next month to make sure I hit the 5 uses. But everything we hit at least 5 times, so we are good to go. What I like to do in these videos is share with you the products that I've been in this past round, and then we put them back and select new ones to work on for the next month. So it's super fun, keeps me rotating through my collection, and keeps me just seeing progress on products that aren't necessarily in my like regular 5-pan rolling style project pan, which I enjoy as well. Starting off with a base product, I rolled in this Tarte C Hydroflex Serum Foundation into this, and I used this 5 times. I've actually really enjoyed using it both on its own and mixed in with foundation. So I used it a little bit with my Uma Beauty foundation before I finished that, and then I've also used it a couple times with this Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. So it's been super nice. It's also like really nice to wear on its own. I don't know what reviews are like outside of this. Like I bought this on sale, so maybe people don't love it as much as I've been enjoying it. But I do like just like a light coverage a lot of the time, especially like heading into work and stuff. Like I feel like I just don't need a ton of coverage on my face. So this is a great option for me. You don't get a ton of product in here, but I just like it. I like the packaging. I'm happy with it. So happy to have rolled that in. I'm now working on my e.l.f. tinted moisturizer in my project pan. So I was happy to get 5 uses on that, but probably wasn't gonna use it anymore because I've transitioned to using that e.l.f. product. Speaking of e.l.f., I also rolled in this Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. So this was also new to me, both the last product and this one. I haven't really used before because I just purchased them very recently. And this is a setting mist that's claiming that it keeps your makeup on, and I used this 14 times this month and have very much enjoyed it. Like as you can already see, like we've already made a dent in what's in here, and it's just been a great one to use. I've been very happy with it. It was like $10. The mist on it is super fine. Let's see if I can show you. Hopefully you can see that on camera, but it's just like super fine, has like a nice light scent. It's just been so wonderful. I've been really enjoying using this. I'm honestly sad that I'm gonna be rolling it out because it's been a very pleasant experience every time I've used it. And in terms of like setting my makeup, like I haven't noticed my makeup coming off at all when I'm wearing this. Other than the only thing is when I'll go on a walk at lunch and I wear my sunglasses, sometimes I get like little like marks right here from like it wearing off the foundation right there. But I'm not sure I can expect a setting spray to keep the foundation on when it's like hot and there's friction. I'm kind of like okay with that. But in general, I feel like this works really well. I mean, not as well as my Charlotte Tilbury. I think that one is like my holy grail setting spray, but in general, like for $10, this works great. And like I said, really like the mister on it, really like the scent. So happy to have worked on this. The next 2 products I'm gonna share at the same time because I use these both 16 times this month. The first is this Kylie blush in the shade Rosy. Was hoping to see some more progress on this, but it is just, there's just a lot of product in here. So I used this 16 times. I really enjoyed it. I like that it's much brighter and it's very pigmented on the cheeks. I'm wearing it today and it's just a really pretty blush that I have enjoyed. And then the other one that I used 16 times is my Urban Decay Afterglow Highlighter in Sin. And hopefully you can tell, but I expanded the pan in this a little bit. So I was excited about that. And this is just like a really light highlight, like it's not going to be blinding and in your face, which I've actually really enjoyed this month. So such a pretty highlight, and happy to see the progress on this one, especially because it's like not in a project pan or anything. I'm just kind of organically growing that pan in here. So happy about that, and happy to get 16 uses on both of these. And then another high usage one for this month, funny enough, is this little lip balm or chapstick that I rolled in from EOS. I used this 14 times this month, and it's just been nice because I've just had it like right here on my desk, and I've just grabbed for it here and there and ended up using it 14 times. It's like really nice, super light. I don't feel like it's like extremely moisturizing because it is so light, but it feels very nice on the lips, and it's been good to use. I think I got this one and another one in a little pack from my parents, maybe in my stocking around Christmas time, so I'm happy to like be getting some usage on it because I really haven't used it much otherwise. And then the last three are also lip products. So 2 of these are lipsticks, and I use these both 5 times. So I use this Charlotte Tilbury little mini lipstick in Pillow Talk 5 times. And then I also use my Soap & Glory Super Nude lipstick 5 times. And so these have been really nice. I was a little surprised at how deep this looked on me. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more neutral, but I wore these together. I wore these with my lip liner that's in my project pan, and I really enjoyed both of them. I've worn this one a bunch in the past, so like no surprises on how it performed. This I recently got, but I thought the staying power on this one was crazy insane. Like I wore it with a lip liner to work the other day, and I felt like I could still see it at the end of the day after like eating and drinking all day. So not all day, but like having lunch and having a snack and drinking my water bottle all day. So I was very impressed with that. And then I also rolled in this Patrick Ta lip gloss, and She's an Influencer, and I used this 6 times. I love this gloss. It's so pretty. It has such a pretty sparkle. It's a really nice add on top of either of these, and also just on its own. It's just so like, you just get like such a pretty glimmer from it because of the sparkles in here. So happy to have used this one as well. All right, so that is it for recapping the products that were in last month. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these back, and then we're gonna select some new ones. Let's go ahead and start with base. So I had mentioned that I had been mixing in this Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation in with the Tarte Serum Foundation, but I'm also working on a tinted moisturizer right now in my project pan. So I'm thinking I'm gonna pull this in as just an option if I do wanna do a little mix, if I want something more like medium to full coverage, or if I just want to wear this on my own, if I want something like way fuller coverage than the tinted moisturizers. And then I just have this setting spray out. I do want to select a setting spray, so either the Urban Decay All Nighter, or I want to grab my Charlotte Tilbury one. I think I'm gonna go with the Urban Decay All Nighter in replacement of that e.l.f. one, but I definitely need to have a setting spray. That is important for my makeup staying. And then jumping into here, I'm gonna skip powders because I am working on my Kosas powder in my project pan. Same with bronzers. I'm working on that butter bronzer in my project pan. And then talking about highlights, I didn't pull in this Jaclyn Hill palette last month because it just felt like it's like so bulky and kind of annoying, but I honestly just haven't used it in so long that I do think it probably makes sense to just roll it in and get some usage on it. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll this one in. And then I was looking at my blushes earlier, and I realized that I have a couple blushes actually in a palette. And this one is a Makeup Geek blush in the shade Romance that I've had in my collection for quite a while. As you can see, it has a pretty big pan. So what I think I'm gonna do is actually roll this one in and try and get some major work done on it, hopefully this month. And maybe this could be a contender for a project pan either at the end of this year, or this could be one that I could roll in at the beginning of 2024. And then in terms of eyeshadows, I feel like I have a lot going on in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project pan, so I am gonna leave that alone. I do wanna roll in a liner, which I know doesn't make any sense because I'm having the hardest time using my Avon liner and not making very much progress in my project pan with that. But I just feel like this NYX liner in Golden Bronze is like such a good fall liner, so I've just been like wanting to use it, so I'm gonna pull that in. I'm also gonna grab something else from this drawer, and it is this Rare Beauty lip cream in Brave, and I think it's just the prettiest fall shade, so super excited to be rolling that in. I think it's gonna look really good paired with this eyeliner and different looks, and so really excited about that one. And then I wanted to see if maybe I wanted to roll in another lipstick. Although now looking at this, I'm actually considering rolling back in Black Cherry Clinique lipstick because I think this could be a really good one to work on this month as well. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. And then I always like to grab a lip gloss, and so I'm just gonna grab a classic one. This is my Fenty Beauty Fussy Lip Gloss. As you can see, we have some progress here, so I'd like to make some more progress this month as well. All right, I think that is it. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump back on camera and just quickly run through all of these with you. I am back and very excited about this month's selections for this project. Let's go ahead and just quickly talk through them. First is this Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. Like I said, I just wanted to have a more full coverage option to either mix in with my tinted moisturizer that I'm using in my project pan, or to have something just more full coverage if I'm looking for more full coverage. So I'm excited to be working on this one. I also needed a setting spray, so I decided to go with my Urban Decay All Nighter. I only have 3 right now, which I feel like is very minimal for my collection, especially because I really like setting sprays. So we'll see, maybe I'll pick up some more in the future, but I'm gonna be working on this one this month. And then I needed a blush and a highlight. So for blush, I went with this Makeup Geek Romance blush in hopes that I can make some good progress on it this month and then have it be a contender for a project pan either towards the end of this year and then into next year, or just starting next year. So excited about that. And I also, like, as I mentioned, I have this huge palette from Jaclyn Cosmetics, and I don't like opening it and showing you that much because this one completely falls out and they're kind of like broken. It came a little bit broken, which is like, but it's okay. But I just haven't used it in forever, and there's a lot of highlight in here. So I decided that it would make sense to roll this one in for this month and just get some usage on that. Plus there's like 4 different shades, so it can kind of work with a variety of different looks. And then I also want to roll in a liner, which, like I said, kind of doesn't make any sense because I am having a really hard time using my black Avon liner in my current project pan. But this golden bronze shade is just so pretty, and I think it's going to be perfect for fall, so I had to roll it in for that. And then speaking of fall shades, I'm rolling in my Rare Beauty lip cream in the shade Brave because I think it's such a beautiful lip shade for fall, so really excited about that. And also I selected my Clinique little lipstick in Black Honey because I think it's also going to be perfect for fall, so really excited to have both of these in the project. I also, like I mentioned, just like to have a lip gloss, and I haven't used this one in a while, and I saw that some of it had settled, and I was like, oh, it could be interesting to see how much I can use this month. Right now I'm sitting at about the E in Fenty, so be curious to see how much I can, or how much progress I guess I can make this month using this lip gloss, which I love. This is just such a beautiful gloss, so happy to have it in this project. And that, my friends, is about it. I'm gonna go ahead and put these all in my everyday makeup bag, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.